So here's an epic match with Akatsuki 9 from the Pojo forums. And this match is probably the closest I've had in a very long time, and it's just really fun. But I taunt his Yanmega right off the bat. But unfortunately he predicts that and uses hidden power ice, I'm assuming. He gets a crit, but it wouldn't have mattered much, because I would have had less than half anyway, so I have to switch out here to protect my Aerodactyl. Right here I'm just running a speed calc to see, where the speed of my Pokemon match up against this thing. So I go into Heat Ran, because I know he can take any attack, really, that, Yanmega has. And I'm almost expecting him to Hypnosis me, but I decided to go with the Fire Blast anyway. But he goes into Bliss, and I'm like, come on. Stupid Bliss, really? But, yeah, doesn't do that much being a special move. So I go into Celeb, and he Ice Beams. I guess he predicted that I'd go into Celebi. This guy knows my team pretty well. So, it didn't do a whole lot anyway. So, I decide to go with a Calm Mind here. Thinking maybe he'll switch into a Grass, or I think he expects the Leech Seed, and that's why it's important. So he goes to Metagross, and I'm glad he didn't go into Yanmega. So it's a good thing that he knew I wasn't, he predicted the Leech Seed, so he didn't go to Yanmega. So he goes Hidden Power, and this is actually Hidden Power Fire. This is a mixed Metagross, and it might sound weird at first, but it's actually pretty good. So I predict the switch, and I go Psychic, and that hurts Yanmega a lot. And, I really, on the switch here, forget that this thing can Hypnosis me. I'm expecting, obviously, the Bug Buzz, but he does Hypnosis me, and that screws over my Heat Ran. So he goes out to, Deoxys, and I go out to Lucario. And, not much to say about this. He taunts my Lucario, but I predicted that he would, not use Superpower, because he predicts my switch. So either way, it works in my favor, and I do some damage to that. So he goes to Metagross now, as I try to Extreme Speed. And it doesn't do much. And I really don't want to lose my Lucario quite yet, so I go to Heat Ran, but unfortunately he goes to the EQ. That's a major misplay on my part. If I had attacked with close combat, it would have KO'd, because I do it later, I know that. So, looking back at it, that's a big misplay on my part. So I go into Aerodactyl, except Stealth Rocks, and he takes the KO. And that's, whatever. I'm thinking that would, KO the Yanmega, but, sometimes my plans don't happen. So I go into Celeb, and I don't really know what he's going to do, so I Calm Mind. As he tries for the Hidden Power Fire. So here he goes out to Starman. I'm like, man, my Aerodactyl dies for nothing, because he has Rapid Spin, and that means the Yanmega's going to be able to come back in, and that's not what I needed. So he Rapid Spins, and I Psychic. It's not very effective. It does some damage. So he goes out to his Yanmega, and I should have used Psychic again, but I just didn't. I went Calm Mind, and that was stupid. So I decide to let Celebi take the Hypnosis, and that's the... Okay, so I'm Hypnosised. And now I go into Luke, and he Bug Buzzes me for minuscule damage. And I was thinking go to the Extreme Speed here, but I over-predicted and went with a Swords Dance because I thought he'd switch, and I get put asleep, and that's off. So I'm really hoping for the first turn wake here, because I really need to kill this thing. And thankfully I do get it. Thank you for once in my life getting a first turn wake. That helped so much, because I got rid of that Yanmega. Now he goes into Metagross, and I don't know if Close Combat's a one-hit KO or not, but I decide to try for it. And it is. So I guess this thing isn't a bulky version of Metagross, and I could have done that a long time ago and it solved a lot of problems for me. But now he goes into Starmie, and I'm 100% sure this isn't a 1-hit KO. But I decide to attack it and get damage on it. And Luke goes down. So, I go to Deoxys, and I use Shadow Ball, and down goes Starmie. So that's nice. Now he goes into Blissey, and I'm not staying in against Blissey. I go to Celeb, and he goes T-Wave, and Celebi doesn't care about T-Wave that much. This time it actually kind of mattered. So I go with Leech Seed here, but I get Parahaxed. And now I'm predicting that he thinks I'm going to Gyarados, because he knows I carry one. And I'm right, he does overpredict and go with Stone Edge, as I go with a Psychic, and that does pretty good damage to Heracross, being a super effective move. But this Heracross is bulky, so it doesn't KO. Either way, he goes into Deoxys. And this Deoxys, as you can see, I'm speeding it up to ×8. That's because this Deoxys is going to wall me for a long time. This is like the most boring part of the battle, like boring battle I've ever had, just because of this part. So, yeah, this thing carries Recover, Taunt, Knock Off, and Stealth Rocks. So, as you can imagine, I'm just trying to wait for the PP of his Recover to run off. I get a crit there. That was a useless one, because he has Recover. Why didn't that crit come sooner? I have no idea. Like, if I got a crit so many spots, this would have been over. But, I get that useless crit right there. And that's all the game decides to give me, so it's annoying. I go to Gyarados to conserve some PP on Celeb. He taunts Gyarados, whatever. He knocks off my leftovers. So goody. I lost leftovers on 2 Pokemon. I go for Stone Edge, kind of, just hoping for the crit. And I don't want to drain all of my Waterfall PP yet. This thing does have pressure, which is annoying. And he taunts me. And then recovers. That sucks. If I would have went with Waterfall there, I would have been KO on Deoxys, but I thought he would go with the Recover first. I was wrong. So I Waterfall it, and he keeps recovering. And eventually he's going to run out of PP for Recover, making this entire part of the battle pointless. That's life. He drains a lot of my PP, that's what he gets out of it. So, I go with the Stone Edge again, blah blah blah, so boring. And, I go back out to Celebi to conserve PP on Gyarados. And I go with the Psychic. And he's out of Recover finally. And I wither it down with Psychic and I kill it. So that's nice. Unfortunately, and this is a big unfortunately, I no longer have any Psychic PP. Because, as you can see, I went first. And if I had a Psychic PP, that would have been a dead Heracross. This is a bulky Heracross, as I mentioned earlier, so it didn't have max speed. And I'm like, oh, come on. So I go to Deoxys. And that was stupid. I should have just went into Gyarados here. Because I knew Gyarados outsped it, because my Gyarados is faster than Celebi. But, now I'm like, oh crap, now I'm stuck in a Deoxys here. It's like, whatever. I'll have to wait for my Deoxys to die to win this battle. That's what ends up happening. So, that's life. If I went into Gyarados right here, it would have been game sooner. So I wasted time going to Deoxys. And I really didn't want to switch into Gyarados, because with Stealth Rocks up, it's not really a safe switch. So, yeah. I ran to the bathroom there. That's why it took a little while to use an obvious move. I got Parahaxed. That's kind of annoying. You have to imagine, this battle was over 50 minutes without being sped up, so I had to take a piss pretty badly. So, now my Deoxys goes down, and I go into Gyarados. pretty confident that I can win this because I didn't see the seismic toss. And he withdraws to this guy, as I set up a taunt because I really needed to taunt Blissey so he can't T-wave me. And I go with Waterfall because I know I'm faster, and down goes Heracross. That's sometimes what you get when you use bulky cross. And he goes into Bliss. I taunt because I really need to. And he predicts that in Ice Beams, whatever. So I know Waterfall's a 2-hit KO at this point. So that's a good game. I needed to taunt so he couldn't recover, obviously. So, good game of Katsuki 9. Rate, comment, subscribe. A lot of more battles are coming up, just as close to this one. Alright, good game.